In today's economic storm, people's retirement accounts are being devastated. Consumers are searching for a safe place to put their money. Are you feeling the same? If you are, please get ready to listen and learn about a new concept that will give you financial security and peace of mind. Now, here is the host of Become the Banker, certified financial planner and award-winning author, Joseph Quijano.
Well, good morning, everybody. I am Joseph Quijano, certified financial planner, and I'm really happy to be here with you today, sharing with you what I feel is one of the most, it's the basic foundation. I would call it the basic foundation of actually building long-term wealth, financial security, achieving your financial goals. We have to have a foundation. And I want to make sure that the listeners that are listening today, they have to get the impression that creating wealth or creating financial success doesn't need to be complicated. A lot of people, believe it or not, in my 45 plus years that I have as a financial planner, I believe that I have seen it all. But I mean, I really feel that people, the general population, actually makes financial success, achieving financial goals, too complicated. Their ideals get diluted, I feel, because there are so many books about financial planning. There are so many products, about financial success. There are so many financial advisors that I believe that the general population of the world actually gets really diluted information, because everybody is trying to either sell their services or their books or their products. And that goes along not only for your financial advisor, I'm talking about companies like Fidelity, Vanguard, Prudential, Metropolitan, all those companies, they're promoting their products. So the consumer really gets very, very diluted information as to really what is it that really builds financial security? What is it that really, really builds the foundation to achieve your financial goals? So that's why we're having this wonderful series, by the way, of a money mindset. Having the right mindset of money will make all the difference in the world. This has been so popular here in the United States that we're actually been asked to create a series of topics like this to actually put on YouTube. People are gravitating to what we're teaching because it really teaches the basics of what really creates wealth. So I want to kind of recap a little bit, because we've been talking for the last 2 weeks. My son, by the way, he couldn't be with us today, but we've been actually sharing with you, on this topic, some critical, valuable information that you should be taking notes. You should be actually, jot some of the ideas down. And if you want to, call the studio or please send us a message so we can actually respond to you and clarify some things. But I do want to talk to you about some of the things that we have already spoken about, because they're crucial. I believe that they're absolutely crucial. Number one, we need to have goals as to where you want to get you need to have a roadmap. You need to have an understanding of where you are today. Where are you right now financially? I mean, actually, you got to do a soul-searching meeting with yourself and actually understand where you are financially. Once you do that, then you need to start setting realistic goals, okay? So the goals that you need to set are going to be the short-term goals, something that you want to achieve within 6 months, Intermediate goals will be like maybe 2 years to 3 years. And then you have the long-term goals, what like to be retirement or after retirement. So let's talk about that for a moment, okay? Because we shared that with you last week, but this is crucial if you really want to achieve your lifelong financial goals. So, number one, what you need to do, you need to take a sheet of paper, and on the top, put a title to it. Myself like to do. I love this title, the Wild Idea Sheet. And what I want you to do, I want you to write anything that comes to your mind as to what is it that you really want. And don't be afraid. I mean, this is where you really can dream. You want to be a millionaire, put it down. You want to be a billionaire, put it down. You want to be a CEO of your own company, put it down. This is your wild idea sheet. This is your dreams, okay? Now, they're not goals. They are dreams at this point, okay? So put as many as you can. Put as many things that come to your mind that you want to really achieve financially. What is it that you want? What is it you want? You want to have a nice cabin near a lake. You want to have a boat. Anything that comes to your mind, you put it down on your wild idea sheet. This is your dreams, okay? Now, once you finish with that exercise, what I want you to do, please, is to choose some of those ideas and bring them to reality. In other words, let's be real. What is it that you want to achieve in 6 months? Yeah, if you choose, I want to be a multi-billionaire, that's not realistic, is it? So you need to choose something that you can achieve realistically in 6 months from your wild idea sheet. Now, secondly, choose a dream or a goal now from your wild idea sheet that you would like to achieve within 1 or 2 years. This is the intermediate goal. And then choose a long-term goal. What is it that you want upon retirement? At what age do you want to retire? Okay? Now that you have identified some goals that's going to move you forward, it should really be exciting for you to understand that you know now that you have a roadmap. You have a map. You know where you are today, and you know where you want to be in 6 months, 2 years, or when you retire. Now you have some goals. Now, here's the key about setting goals, okay? And I'm going to tell you something right now that I'm going to repeat myself from last week a little bit because it's really, really, really important. One person that had tremendous influence on me was a motivational speaker by the name of Zig Ziglar. Now, he passed away about, I would say, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but he was worldwide known. He was one of the best motivational speakers that you could listen to. He came from the South, and I had the opportunity to actually meet him in person. I went to a seminar that he put on in Portland, Oregon, and I was so impressed with him that during the break, he had a table with his books, all kinds of tapes, videos that he had, and he was right behind me. And I asked him, I said, Mr. Ziglar, what advice would you give me? I want to achieve my financial goals. And he said, you know what? See that book right there? And he pointed at the table there, and he had a book by the name of The Goal Setting guide. I bought that journal. It's like a journal. And he told me, go through it, complete it, and you will see that your dreams will become reality. I mean, I didn't know any better, so I never doubted him. So I went ahead and I bought the book. I was really excited because, I mean, he had given me some direction and he was like a hero to me, and I met him. I shook his hand and I went home that same evening and I put myself through the same exercise that I'm asking you to do. In that journal, he had the wild idea sheet. In that journal, I identified the goals that I wanted to achieve. Now, I want to make sure that you please understand that I came from nothing. I was born in Mexico City, economically disadvantaged country and family. And when I got to this beautiful country right here in the United States, I saw the land of opportunity. So when somebody like Mr. Ziegler gave me direction, he gave me hope, he gave me a tool that I could use to better myself, to achieve my true financial potential. Isn't that what we're all searching for? Financial potential that we want to achieve? We were not, I'm telling you, we were not designed to fail. I think we were engineered to succeed. So I went home that night. I was so enthused. And I hope, that you become so enthused like I was many years ago, that you take action. Because when I got home, I still remember this clearly, I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't put the journal down. I began to dream on my wild idea sheet. Then I began to choose specific goals that I wanted to achieve. And the journal had a beautiful instructions that spelled out exactly how to write down your goals. Oh, one more thing before I forget. When I met him and about the journal, he told me, you will never achieve a goal unless you write it down. Something magical happens when you put a goal down in writing. And you know what? I didn't doubt him. And I began to write down my goals. I went through the sequence of goal setting, which I'm going to share with you right now. Choose a realistic goal. And again, you can choose short term, achievable within 6 months, or you can choose an intermediate goal that you can achieve within 1 or 2 years, or choose a long-term goal where you can achieve upon retirement. Or maybe it could be, how would you like people to remember you? That's a goal, right? Choose any goal. So you can choose all three if you like. It doesn't matter. But the sequence of writing down the goal will be the same. Number one, you identify the goal and make sure that that goal is really realistic. Okay? That's number one. And number two, we're going to go through the process together here after the break. We're going to go through the process together of actually making sure that you understand all the steps that will take to achieve your goals. Okay? So break is coming up. So if you bear with us for a couple of minutes, we'll be right back to share with you the rest of the story about goal setting.
If what you thought to be true about money turned out not to be true, when would you like to know about it? Most of us have been taught wrong about money either by our family or friends. Our school system does not have any curriculum to teach us how money really works and how to make our money grow without risk in any economy. By tuning into Become the Banker radio show with certified financial planner Joseph Quijano, you'll learn the truth about money and strategies to help you grow your money without risk. Are you ready to thrive financially in the economy? Listen for Become the Banker radio show every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is Become the Banker radio show with certified financial planner Joseph Quijano. To participate in today's show, call in the U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You can also ask to comment by email to joseph@becomethebanker.org or text to 303-880-0887.
Well, welcome back. Are you excited? I tell you what, every time I talk about goal setting and achieving success, it really, really excites me because, I'm a true living example of what I'm going to share with you today and next week as well. But here's the key. Identifying goals, number one. That's the number one step, and they have to be realistic. And you can choose to identify them in different categories. If you want to have a financial goal, a career goal, a family goal, a physical goal, a mental goal, you can do all kinds of goal setting to actually better your life. And actually, that's what Mr. Zig Ziglar actually said. You have to be balanced. Because, how good would it be for you to become a multi-billionaire if your health is failing? Or what good would it be, that you have excellent health, but your career is not going any place. You're not making any money. So you do have to be balanced. You have to have a balance in your life. So my suggestion would be to choose categories for goal setting, not only financial, but it could be your family goal setting, it could be your career, it could be your mental, it could be health, anything like that, to make yourself a balanced person, a balanced individual. Now, once you do that, then choose the time frames. Short term, some goals achievable within 6 months. Intermediate, 1 or 2 years. Lifelong goals, retirement goals, those are the long-range goals. Choose them in all those different categories. Mr. Ziegler had a great analogy. He said, when he began to talk about goal setting, he weighed over 200 pounds, and he was kind of a not too tall of a man. And he said, it would be totally hypocritical of me to teach people how to achieve their goals, and they saw me overweight. And he began to set a short-term goal that he was going to reduce his body weight. So he went to the doctor. He used to live in Houston, Texas, and there's a great hospital over there. So he met with Dr. Cooper, which is a world-renowned cardiologist, and he started Mr. Ziegler and a different diet, jogging every day, exercising, meditating, and to make a long story short, his weight came down all within the same time frame that he set for himself. So to me, that's motivation. If anybody can do it, you can. If I can do it, you can. If he could do it, he came from a poor family as well, you can as well. So identify your goals and remember to be balanced amongst all the categories in your life, and then begin to actually put time frames. Like, what are the goals that you want to achieve within 6 months? Intermediate or long range. Now, once you identify your goals that you want to achieve, you have to write them down. And you got to write them down on a positive manner. For example, I'm just looking at, let's look at a financial goal. Okay? Let's say that you want to achieve $100,000 in additional income this year. All right? Now, I know we're close to the end of the year, but let's assume that this is the beginning of the year and you want to achieve an additional 100,000. Make it real, make it realistic. You're going to start by making a positive statement. Write it down. Something like this. By December 31st of the year 2020, my income will have reflected an additional $100,000. There's no negative words, only positive. So then you're going to say, what are you going to use the money for? What are the benefits of having that money? What is it going to be? Is that going to create, is it going to make you debt free? Is it going to create a wonderful slush fund or an emergency fund, like I like to call that? Maybe a cushion at the bank? Is that going to give you the pleasure to maybe pay cash for something that you've been wanting to buy? Like a car? Your dream car? Or maybe put a down payment on a home? Or start a business? Or maybe buy a second home? Put that down. Put down what are the benefits that you're going to be achieving by achieving that goal. And then put down what are the obstacles that may prevent you from achieving that goal. Maybe organization, maybe time. Maybe you're going to have to have more discipline to do the things that you normally don't want to do, like maybe work harder. Okay, put it down and go through it like that. Then do the same thing with every category, not only financial categories, but maybe you could say, by December 31st, I'm going to be in the very best physical condition that I have ever been in. What are you going to achieve by that? What are the benefits? Well, my weight will come down. I will build more muscle. I would have longer lifespan. My blood pressure will be down. I will get off all my medications. I will have a happier outlook in life. I will feel better about myself. Those are the benefits, right? What are the obstacles? Oh, you know what? I'm not a morning person, so you know what? I can't get up and do my exercises right now. That would be an obstacle. And you need to move that obstacle to be able to help you achieve those dreams. So, again, Choose a goal from your wild idea sheet. Make sure that it is realistic and follow the process that I just described to you. Identify the goal and begin with a positive statement. By the end of December 31st, or whatever the date that you choose, I will have achieved this. And by achieving this, I will gain these benefits. But what are the obstacles that will perhaps prevent me from achieving that goal? And how are you going to remove those obstacles to make sure that your goal will be achieved? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something right now. It works. It truly, truly, truly works. I still have that journal in my office that I bought from Mr. Ziegler in the 1980s. And I often go back to that journal, open it up, and I take a journey back in time. And I see my wild idea sheet. I see the goals that I set for myself. And you want to know something? It's amazing. And I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back, but I have achieved every single one of those goals. That's why I'm so excited to tell you this. I mean, I'm not kidding you at all. I mean, I just picked it up last week, actually, after that radio show that we had, and I went to my office because we're going to the office now. You know, although we wear masks and all that, we're adapting. And we had a meeting with my financial advisors. We got 10, and I had a meeting about goal setting because this is the time of the year that I love, by the way, the fall, because this will give you time between now and December to really plan ahead to do what? To set goals, right? So I picked up that book and I share that with my financial advisors, and every time I share that with them, it just dawns on me that what I learned many years ago in the 1980s, it could make all the difference in the world to anybody. If you only believe in what I'm saying and follow what I did. Now, when I try to tell people that are maybe in a different age category than I am, younger people, they don't believe in writing things down. They put that on their iPhone. They put that on their iPad. You know what? It doesn't work. I'm going to tell you that right now. That wouldn't work. If something happens with when the pencil or the pen touches that paper, and you put down your goals and how you plan to achieve them and the time frame to achieve them, it's not the same as putting it into an electronic device. So I'm telling you, please follow the map that's been proven time and time and time again. And I hope someday we can meet, on the series that we're going to be doing on YouTube about this subject matter. I'm going to bring that journal. And I wish you could see it. I wish you could see it. And I would go through the pages with you. And guess what? And I would say, accomplished, 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 accomplished. Everything from my financial goals to my career goals to my home goals to my family goals, everything. It just amazes me I was able to achieve. We're getting close to the second break. Don't leave, because very important information is coming on the second half of the show. So we'll see you in just a few minutes. Thank you for listening.
If what you thought to be true about money turned out not to be true, when would you like to know about it? Most of us have been taught wrong about money either by our family or friends. Our school system does not have any curriculum to teach us how money really works and how to make our money grow without risk in any economy. By tuning into Become the Banker radio show with certified financial planner Joseph Quijano, you'll learn the truth about money and strategies to help you grow your money without risk. Are you ready to thrive financially in the economy? Listen for Become the Banker radio show every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific.
Investments hit all-time lows, except for Become the Banker. Do you know how much money was lost in those accounts? Not one penny. Become the Banker is a safe, guaranteed return of 4% plus a 1% dividend. In a nutshell, you overfund life insurance on purpose to build a tax-sheltered cash account for retirement and for loaning to yourself along the way and not losing to the stock market. BecomeTheBanker.org. You owe it to yourself to go to the next seminar. BecomeTheBanker.org. Who's laughing now?
This is Become the Banker radio show with certified financial planner Joseph Quijano. To participate in today's show, call in the U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You could also ask to comment by email to joseph@becomethebanker.org or text to 303-880-0887.
Welcome back to the second half of the show. This is Joseph Quijano with Become the Banker. And by the way, a lot of people have asked, what is Become the Banker? Well, Become the Banker is nothing more than just a very powerful financial strategy that is helping people all over the world really get ahead financially without the risk of losing their money in the stock market. And we'll talk about that some other day, but the topic of financial planning, it's really timely in today's pandemic economic meltdown. People need tools to get ahead financially. And just like we're adapting to a new way of life. I mean, think about it. Who was going to know that we would be wearing masks? And that we wouldn't have the free travel that we used to have. Our world has changed. And when the world changes like this, the markets, the stock markets, the global economy suffers. So the tools, the strategies, the products, the financial advice that we were given before is truly not working anymore. It's not working. So we need to think out of the box. We need to actually look at new tools, innovative products, innovative strategies to be able to survive an economic storm. So, Become the Banker is nothing more than just a powerful financial strategy that is helping people all over the world achieve their financial dreams. And if you want to, I would invite you to attend our webinars. The next webinar that we are having is going to be on the 15th, which is actually on this week, the 15th and the 17th. And we're going to hold them at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is Colorado time. So if you go to becomethebanker.org, you can register. Or just send me an email if you like. Send me an email if you like, but just go to Become, B-E-C-O-M-E, Become, the Banker, T-H-E, Banker, B-A-N-K-E-R, .org, O-R-G, and go to register, and register for the free, and it's going to be life-changing hour and a half webinar that we put together. We do this on a national basis. We used to hold seminars, by the way, on a national basis, but since this pandemic began, we changed to webinars, and we get 100 plus people to attending those webinars. And if you go to our YouTube channel, please go to the YouTube channel that we have. You will see a wealth of information. Just go to YouTube, search for Become the Banker, and you will see that we have close to 200,000 views on one video that we have. And also we got about over 100,000 subscribers. So go educate yourselves and understand what's really helping people maintain their money without losing it on this economic, terrible pandemic that we're actually suffering. But anyway, let's get back to the topic of the proper mindset about money. Once you have the goals clearly written down, keep it in a journal. Now, don't just put that journal away. Keep it handy. My journal is always in my office, even though, I keep it just to show people, the one that I completed in the 1980s. But I have a current journal. I practice what I preach. I do this every single year. I set my goals every single year. And I set them, actually, during the month of October, November, and December for the following year. Once you have the journal, don't let it collect dust. Go ahead and have it accessible, so that way you can refer to it back and forth anytime you want to. I used to do it daily. You have to have the goal ingrained inside of your mind. I used to, and you're more than welcome to do the same thing, clip out. Like one of my goals was to drive a BMW. Okay, I have never driven one, although I have achieved driving a Mercedes. And I've been driving Mercedeses for like 20 some years now. But I used to cut out a picture of a BMW. And I used to paste it right there in the bathroom where I used to shave each and every morning. Then I went into a magazine about homes, and I saw this beautiful home. I clipped it out, just almost like a storyboard of your goals and your dreams, and put it someplace where you can see it. You don't have to read your goals in the journal every single day. Just look up and look at the pictures. Look up and look at the car. Look up and look at the money. Look up and look at a person that you admire, healthy, muscular, that right proportionate weight. Anything you like. Put it down on a picture, storyboard, and see it every single day. I have seen, I'm telling you this because I have seen miracles, not only with me, but my family, but also my financial advisors. Just like with any other company, ladies and gentlemen, we have people that succeed with us. I'm talking about advisors, not clients, and people that don't. And just like people that make it financially and people that don't make it financially, I wanted to find out why. And I think we talked about the why before, about why people achieve financial success and other people don't. But the correlation as to people achieving success in my line of work or any work and people that don't, it's the same thing. They don't have a strong enough why. So when people don't go the extra mile, and that's what it takes to achieve not only financial security, but just to achieve your goals, you have to go the extra mile. You have to write it down. You have to commit to your goals, right? You have to do the storyboard if you want to see the pictures. Get creative. But some people may say, you know what? I don't want to do that. I can just think about my goals and achieve them. Wrong. It doesn't work like that. So you got to commit to it. So once you put down your goals in writing, then either do the storyboard, start clipping pictures that you see them every day, and you will see a tremendous difference in your attitude, number one. I have one financial advisor that follows this to the letter. He's been with me for over about 25 years now. His name is Giovanni. And Giovanni, by the way, in fact, I'm going to bring him in the show one of these days. Giovanni, he took this to heart, but he didn't create a visual storyboard. He created little cards that he carries on his wallet. I mean, he shows them to me each and every year because he set goals every year. And he puts them in his wallet. And once he takes out his wallet, he's having a cup of coffee, he looks at the cards, he begins to see the cards and read them. Giovanni has held company records. He's been so successful. I mean, I can tell you, stories about him that unbelievable. You know, he has two children, two daughters, beautiful daughters that went to medical school. They're doctors now. I mean, just an amazing, amazing story of how he developed not only financial success, but family success. And it's all because and he's told me this, it's all because of that goal setting. That many years ago, I held a meeting with all my people about goal setting, and he took it to heart. And he began to do what I'm asking you to do. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to do that? You know, I'm going to tell you something. I think his name was Sir Edmund Hillary. Sir Edmund Hillary. He was the first man to scale Mount Everest, the tallest mountain. Now, when he came down, after he reached the top, and he came down, reporters got around him. Photographs were taken, and they were asking him, Sir Edmund Hillary, how did you actually have a mindset to actually scale the tallest mountain in the world? And he was kind of a joker, you know what I mean? Because he said to the press, well, you know what? It just happened one day. I woke up in the morning, had a cup of coffee, and I decided what the heck? I'm going to scale the mountain. See, that was a joke. I mean, it doesn't happen like that. He had a goal. He wasn't just one morning he got up and said, you know what, I'm going to do this. No, he had a goal to scale the tallest mountain in the world, and he achieved it. He believed in it. He wrote it down. He took a picture of the mountain, and he visualized himself climbing it, reaching the top, achieving his goal and coming down. I mean, when I talk about this, I get goosebumps all over my body. Because anybody can achieve things if they just follow a certain path, a certain law, the law of setting goals properly. You know, we're getting close to the next break, so don't leave because we still have so much. That's why we're creating, you know, the same topic over the next few weeks because there's so much to share with you that I believe that if you just pick up one tiny golden nugget of information, it will change your life. So stay with us. I'm Joseph Quijano, and we'll talk to you in just a few minutes.
If what you thought to be true about money turned out not to be true, when would you like to know about it? Most of us have been taught wrong about money either by our family or friends. Our school system does not have any curriculum to teach us how money really works and how to make our money grow without risk in any economy. By tuning into Become the Banker radio show with certified financial planner Joseph Quijano, you'll learn the truth about money and strategies to help you grow your money without risk. Are you ready to thrive financially in the economy? Listen for Become the Banker radio show every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific.
Hello, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. For years, I've been telling you about a safe, secure investment that you can do for as little as $200 a month. Earnings grow tax-free. And better than that, during this recent stock market crash, they did not lose a penny. Even though investments hit all-time lows, those involved in Become the Banker are still earning their guaranteed return of 4% tax-free plus a 1% dividend. Isn't it time you at least investigate and possibly become the banker yourself? In a nutshell, you overfund life insurance on purpose to build tax-sheltered cash for retirement and for loaning to yourself for life's needs and pleasures, college, credit card debt, a mortgage. They can all be paid when you become the banker. Do yourself a favor. At least find out more. BecomeTheBanker.org. For the next webinar, that's BecomeTheBanker.org. And for a video review, BecomeTheBanker.info. It's time to take action and stop your losses. BecomeTheBanker.org.
This is Become the Banker radio show with certified financial planner Joseph Quijano. To participate in today's show, call in the U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You could also ask to comment by email to joseph@becomethebanker.org or text to 303-880-0887.
Hello there once again. We're coming to the end of the show, but there's so much information I want to share with you that every hour just going to get shorter and shorter and shorter all the time. But, while I was during the break, I was thinking, there's been some great people in our world. Not only Sir Edmund Hillary, the one that we were just talking about, but also the person who broke the 4-minute mile. Remember who that was? That was Roger Bannister. And he broke that record by running a 4-minute mile, okay? This is, I don't know how, it was like a long time ago, okay? Like maybe in the 1960s, where everybody told him, it can't be done. It cannot be done. You're going to have a heart attack. Your heart will explode. There's no way that a human can run a 4-minute mile. But he had a goal to be the first man. He was the first man in the world to break that record and run a 4-minute mile. When he did it, man, everybody was totally amazed. And then you know what happened? People began to run 4-minute miles. This is the amazing part. He was the first one in the world. Before, nobody done it. Just like the guy who climbed Mount Everest. Now, there's people climbing it. There's people running 4-minute miles like nothing. Roger Bannister. Actually, I just saw here, Christine posted, Sir Roger Bannister, May 6, 1954, yeah? Amazing. He had a goal. He just didn't wake up one morning and said, you know what, I'm going to go jog and I'm going to see if I'm going to break, the record. No. He went ahead and he had a goal. He set a goal and he achieved it. And actually, last week we talked and we shared with you the strategies that we're going to be repeating next week, but the strategies of the law of attraction, the strategies of visualizing. And that's what people like Sir Edmund Hillary and Roger Bannister did to achieve their goals. Would you be willing to do that to change your life? Would you be willing to do that to achieve your financial success? You see, when people come to my office and they want to hire me to be their financial planner, I want to make sure that my philosophy and theirs match. If it doesn't match, I'm not going to help them. I can't. So to me, their mindset about money has to be, their mind has to be open. And they have to understand that building wealth or achieving financial success is not a matter of just having a product. It's a matter of actually conditioning your mind. Just like the great people before us, to achieve financial greatness. You see, achieving financial success, achieving your financial dreams is nothing more than just a goal. And that's what we've been talking about. Goal setting and the tools that you need to achieve those goals, whether it is financial or anything else. Be like Roger Bannister. Be like Sir Edmund Hillary. Climb your Mount Everest. Run your 4-minute mile on whatever goals that you may want to set for yourselves. Don't be just a wandering generality, which, by the way, is 95% of the people. Here in the United States, I think it was Yale University did a study where they said that of all the, they took a group of people and they found that only 5% of those people set goals properly. Think about that. Out of their study group, only 5% set goals. The other 95% did not. And they followed those people for years. This is like a 30 or 40 or 50-year study. They follow those people that set their goals, and the achievements that they had done, just unbelievable. All over the people, over the 95% that didn't set any goals. You can actually get the study. I think it's Yale University. The 5% people who set their goals achieved quadruple in every facet of life. The group that didn't set any goals. So would you be willing to do that? Are you doing it? It shouldn't be a task. It should be fun. Especially, I would do it in October. Do it in November. During the holidays. Like, my gosh, give yourselves the best Christmas present. Anyway, we're coming to the end. So I want to thank you for staying with us. Next week, we'll talk some more. Till then, be happy, be safe, and have a great, great week ahead of you. Thank you so much for listening. This is Joseph Quijano. Okay.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Become the Banker radio show. Certified financial planner Joseph Quijano will return next Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific. Until then, remember, rich people think like rich people. Poor people think like poor people.